Imagine waking up one morning, checking your investment account. Your portfolio went up. You didn't sell a single share, not one. You touched nothing. Now imagine your government sends you a tax bill for that gain. The money that still sits in your account, the money you haven't touched, the money that could vanish tomorrow if markets crash. This is not a hypothetical. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is Dutch law. And if you live in Europe, what just happened in the Netherlands should terrify you, because your country might be next. To understand what just happened, we need to go back to 2021. The Netherlands had a system called Box 3, where the government taxed your investments based on what they assumed you earned, not what you actually earned, a fictional number. When interest rates were high, that was fine. But when rates collapsed to near zero, Dutch savers were being taxed on income that never existed. So in December 2021, the Dutch Supreme Court did something historic. It ruled that this fictional tax violated the European Convention on Human Rights. It was unconstitutional. That ruling blew a $2.3 billion hole in the government's budget every single year. And lawmakers had to find a solution. Fast. Their solution? Tax what you actually earn, including the money still sitting in your account, including gains you haven't realized. On February 12, 2026, 93 members of parliament voted yes. Here's how this works. Imagine you're Lucas, a long-term investor in Amsterdam with $100,000 in stocks. By 2028, your portfolio grows to $110,000. You didn't sell anything, but under the new Box 3 law, that $10,000 gain is taxed. At 36%, you owe $3,600 on money you haven't even received yet. It's a tax on paper wealth. But here is the real danger. What if the market crashes in 2029 and your portfolio drops to $85,000? You still paid that $3,600 tax on money that no longer exists. There is no refund for what you've already paid. You can only carry forward losses above $500. For many, this is the end of long-term holding as we know it. Think of Europe as a set of dominoes. The Netherlands just fell, but look what's happening around it. Germany already taxes unrealized gains up to 28.5% when you leave the country, spread over 7 years. Spain has both a wealth tax and an exit tax, with a top bracket reaching 30% for high earners. France missed a 10-year global tax by just one vote in 2025, while Norway tightened its exit tax to nearly 38%. Belgium joined in 2026, introducing a brand new 10% capital gains tax on share sales. But quietly, Cyprus is moving the other way. While others raise taxes, Cyprus is cutting them, growing its economy and attracting the world's investors. One country understood what the others forgot. Stay smart, stay profitable. Now let me show you who this law actually hits and who escapes it completely. Take Anna. She's 34, a freelancer in Rotterdam. She's been carefully saving and investing $45,000 in ETFs for years. She's not rich, she's just responsible. Under the new Box 3 law, if her portfolio grows 10%, she owes $1,020 in tax. On paper gains, Anna might have to sell her investments to pay her own tax bill. Then there's Mark. He bought crypto in 2020. His portfolio is now worth $200,000. In a good year, that's a potential tax bill of $27,000. Again, sit on paper gains, not realized, not spent. But here's the part that will genuinely shock you. A startup founder holding 6% of their company, valued at $2 million, owes exactly zero tax under this law, because they fall under a completely separate regime called Box 2, which only taxes realized gains upon sale. The middle-class investor pays, the wealthy founder does not. If that sounds backwards, that's because it is. And now for the most surreal part. The 93 members of parliament who voted yes to this law, many of them simultaneously passed motions to replace it before it even takes effect. They voted for a law they want to undo. Why? Because the old system was struck down and the Treasury was bleeding $2.3 billion a year. A better system simply couldn't be built fast enough. The new 2026 coalition has already stated it intends to convert Box 3 into a pure capital gains tax eventually. The State Secretary even called this law an intermediate step. It's a law designed to be dismantled.
A tax built on compromise, not conviction. The Senate hasn't even approved it yet.
And by the time it does, the government is already planning its replacement. What are financially sharp Europeans doing right now? First, they're rotating assets. Real estate in Box 3 isn't subject to this unrealized gains tax. Only realized gains are taxed when you sell. So capital is shifting from liquid stocks into property. Second, residency planning is accelerating. Emigration inquiries for Dubai, Singapore, and Portugal are surging. Many are even deferring the Dutch exit tax over 12 years. Third, document everything. Broker statements, crypto logs, FX records. If this tax model spreads to your country, your records are your only defense. Finally, watch the Senate. This bill isn't final and amendments are coming. The window to prepare is now through 2028. This isn't just a Dutch story, it's a warning for the West. Stay informed and stay profitable. This story isn't just about the Netherlands, it's a signal for all of Europe. Across the continent, governments face the same pressures: aging populations, rising debt, and shrinking tax bases as mobile capital exits. The EU and G20 are already building frameworks for global minimum wealth taxes, targeting the ultra-high net worth. What the Netherlands has done is a live experiment that the rest of the world is watching very carefully. If it works, others will follow. If it collapses, it becomes a cautionary tale for every global investor. But one thing is clear: the era of quietly growing your wealth in peace without new government reach, that era is ending. Stay smart, stay profitable. And remember, the rules of the game have changed. Thanks for watching. The Netherlands passed a law that no comparable country on earth has: a tax on money you never spent, never received, and may never realize. And the politicians who passed it are already planning to reverse it. That tells you everything you need to know about where European tax policy is heading. Not by conviction, but by desperation. If you want to understand how to protect your wealth in this new reality, through loopholes, but through knowledge, subscribe to this channel. Because the next video will show you exactly which European countries are quietly building the same Box 3 framework,
And which ones are still safe? The information is out there. Most people just don't know where to look. Now you do.